喜悦的一路平安把家回。两兄。
Liang Shanbua and Zhu Yingtai is one of China's four classic folk love stories. With a history of over 1,700 years, it is widely known and deeply rooted in the folk tradition, acclaimed as an eternal masterpiece of love. From ancient times to the present, countless people have been touched by the tragic love story of Liang Shanbua and Zhu Yingtai. Liang Shanbua and Zhu Yingtai is often compared to Romeo and Juliet in terms of its cultural significance. Once there was a landlord named Xu, who had a beautiful, intelligent, and eager to learn daughter named Zhu Yingtai. However, in ancient times, women were not allowed to attend school. So Zhu Yingtai had to stand by the window every day, watching students with their backpacks come and go on the street, feeling extremely envious. Could women only stay at home and embroider? Why can't I go to school? She suddenly asked herself.
Yes, why can't I go to school?
Thinking about this, Zhu Yingtai quickly returned to her room, gathered courage, and requested from her parents.
Dad, Mom, I want to go to school in Hangzhou. I can dress as a man, disguise myself, and make sure no one recognizes me. Please agree.
Mr. and Mrs. Zhu initially disagreed, but unable to resist Zhu Yingtai's pleading, they reluctantly agreed. Early the next morning, just as the day was breaking, Zhu Yingtai, dressed as a boy with a school bag, bid farewell to her parents and happily set off for Hangzhou. On the first day at school, Zhu Yingtai met a male classmate named Liang Shanbua, who excelled in academics and had excellent character. She thought, such a good person. If we could be together every day, we would definitely learn a lot and be very happy. Liang Shanbua also felt a strong connection between them, a sense of instant friendship. Consequently, they often studied together, discussed poetry, and cared for each other, bringing immense joy. Later, they became sworn brothers, inseparable at all times. Time passed, 3 years flashed by, and it was finally graduation. It was time to pack up, bid farewell to teachers, and return home. After studying together for 3 years, Zhu Yingtai had deeply fallen in love with her brother Liang, and Liang Shanbua, unaware that Zhu Yingtai was a girl, admired her greatly. Reluctantly parting ways, they returned home, each missing the other day and night. Several months later, Liang Shanbua went to visit the Zhu family, resulting in a surprise. It turned out that when he saw Zhu Yingtai this time, she was no longer the delicate scholar, but a young and beautiful lady. At that moment, they both understood their feelings for each other, already deeply connected. Subsequently, Liang Shanbua sought the Zhu family's approval for marriage. However, Mr. Zhu, looking down upon this poor scholar, had already promised his daughter to the wealthy son, Master Ma. Liang Shanbua, feeling utterly despondent, fell seriously ill and died shortly after. Hearing the news of Liang Shanbua's death, Zhu Yingtai, who had been in constant conflict with her parents against arranged marriages, suddenly became unusually calm. She put on red clothing and walked into the bridal sedan. As the wedding procession progressed with lively music, passing by Liang Shanbua's grave, suddenly, a sandstorm arose, and the bridal sedan had to stop. Zhu Yingtai stepped out of the sedan, took off her red attire, donned a white dress, and walked slowly to the grave. She knelt down, burst into tears, and suddenly, there was thunder, lightning, and a loud. The grave cracked open, and it seemed that Xu Yingtai saw the gentle face of her brother. Smiling, she jumped into the grave. Then, another loud sound, and the grave closed. By then, the storm had cleared, and the sun had come out. Various wildflowers swayed gently in the wind, and a beautiful pair of butterflies would emerge from the grave, freely dancing in the sunlight.